Canberra for Cam's Mortgage Minute on Wednesday, December the 19th. Hey, I don't think Mr. Flaherty is going to be getting any presents in his stocking from the realtors out in Canada. It may be a couple of lumps of coal. New data shows sales are deteriorating in November, and the association that represents the Canadian realtors says sales will fall, not rise this year and next. So basically they have a bit of obviously a pessimistic outlook on where things are headed. Mr. Flaherty says his actions are only part of the story and that Canadians are voluntarily curbing their appetite for mortgage debt. The economists so far feel that everything appears to be working. I mean, there's a lot of differing viewpoints on all this, but a number of real estate professionals and organizations are arguing that the changes went a little too far. And on Monday, the Canadian Real Estate Association reported that sales over the MLS system fell 1.7% from October to November, with activity coming in 11.9% lower than last November. Interest rates have certainly remained low, and the economic backdrop has remained supportive for housing activity. So that should leave little doubt that recent changes to mortgage regulations are responsible for having cooled activity. Those were the words of the chief economist, Gregory Clump, in a press release. But Mr. Flaherty countered back and he said, look, the cause and effect is not that simple. I certainly believe that the steps that we took to tighten the mortgage insurance rules had some effect. However, the Office of the Superintendent of Financial Institutions, that's OSFI, we've talked about it before here, have tightened guidelines as well, and I think there's an increasing awareness among Canadians and the Canadian public that excessive debt is unwise in a time of historically low interest rates. So anyway, it's dueling camps, differing opinions, and everything else. Where the association sees things going is that they expect, and their prediction is that Alberta is expected to see a 13.1% rise in sales this year, while British Columbia will see a decline of about 10.7%. You know what? That's the predictions. There's not a lot more that's differing than what a lot of other economists are saying. There's definitely regions of the country that are doing better than others. And the slowdown is beginning to show up in prices, which have lost their momentum. The national average price of houses sold in November was 0.8% lower than a year ago. The MLS Home Price Index, which seeks to account for changes in the type of houses sold, rose by 3.5%. Its smallest increase since May 2011, and sales have contracted in 8 of the past 11 months, according to TD Bank. And the slowdown is most noticeable in Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver. And basically, those are the areas that TD is saying are going to be more vulnerable to experience a greater than average housing adjustment. Basically, nationwide, TD expects the market conditions to stabilize early next year, and they feel that the tighter mortgage rules will loosen their grip on market trends, and the lower interest rates will eventually bring homeowners back into the market, and they're going to start buying again. So a lot of different predictions. Again, like I said, this is a trend that's starting to play out. 2013 is certainly going to be interesting to see where we go forward. But again, if I'm Mr. Flaherty, I'm putting my cookies and milk out for Santa. I wouldn't be holding my breath with the realtors out there. I don't think Mr. Flaherty is going to be getting much from them, and we'll see what presents they have for him next year based on whichever direction this market starts to go. Anyways, it's been Cam for Cam's Mortgage Minute, and I will see you tomorrow. Anything, like I said, housing-wise, you're looking for a house. Basically, you need a mortgage for that property. You're looking to purchase a rental, an investment, second home, whatever. Give us a shout. We're always here and happy to help. It's Cam with Auxilium Mortgage. The team is always here, and I will see you tomorrow.